Good morning, church. My name is Mackenzie, and I get to serve here on staff as the Minister of Missions. And the truest thing about 2020 is that God was with us and He was moving. I love to reflect on every year, and especially love to reflect on all that happened with missions this year. When I think about January, I think Big Weekend and Jerry Root coming to town and all the great ministry that happened there. I also think about our Safe Families hostings we were able to be a part of and the radical hospitality of our families and the many safe nights represented. I think about Molly Wall coming to teach in our kids ministry using her new kids edition of the Operation World prayer book. In March, we observed Lent and began our Live Simply, Give Generously Missions Month. I look back on the great Breaking Bread event that reconnected Pastor Rodney and Pastor Rick to bring our two churches together in an intentional relationship that has been a blessing through this year. Our prayer is that we would be a part of healing in our city. Which brings us to March and COVID-19 changing everything. We canceled our Chicago student trip. I am grateful for hostel credits and our awesome students. And when I look back on the quarantine months, I see the Cube being used as an assembly space for family food boxes through our local schools and donations from our church. I remember Zoom calls hearing stories of our women sewing over 3,000 masks for healthcare workers. Amani Malele blessing us with songs and friendship even while stranded in North Carolina, and our incredible virtual Hope is Alive Sunday. Our church continued to partner with Hope is Alive in significant ways throughout the year with recovery, home meals, and running in the 5K. Oh, and our missions and gathering total? I was blown away by the $96,000 our church gave. We supported the Rocks Food Pantry during this year of record food insecurity as well. In the summer, I think back to our worship under the trees and parking lot services with all those honks instead of amens and introducing our Whiz Kids ministry. Our church responded incredibly and we recruited over 40 volunteers. We went virtual, but we are loving getting to know the kids and cannot wait to begin this ministry in person. In August, we were inspired by some of our church members to deliver Sonic drinks to 3 of our local schools, and we also gave substantial school supply donations. We opened up the Cube for Western Oaks and Two Lakes teacher kids and Young Life classrooms. St. Paul's Community School continues to thrive, and we love cheering them on. Our Moms in Prayer group continues to pray over our schools. And we are so proud of our Hope is Alive and Shiloh Camp, 2 of our local partners who both received grants and awards from FLOURISH OKC this year. We had a great webinar with team to confront racial disparities and learn from individuals impacted by Oklahoma's criminal justice system, and our church donated over 700 items for their hygiene kits. We received the Advocacy Award from Care Portal, and it is amazing to see our church meeting needs that strengthen vulnerable families in our city. We were able to support our Colorado and Mumbai church plants in some timely ways and loved seeing how they got creative and adapted this year. Global Action's leaders leapt into action and distributed emergency relief materials through their local churches and saw God open many doors for the gospel. Thanksgiving Fest was a hit, and we saw over 80 families come through the Cube and 60 families sign up to know more info about our church. The Gift Goes On raised a record of $104,000 for the Charis Adoption Fund, which represents so many children being adopted into their forever homes. Our Celebrate Recovery community became pen pals with senior citizens in the Blackfeet Indian Nation Care Center, who are on complete lockdown. Together with the Hands for Missions ladies, they sent great Christmas packages of blankets, devotionals, Dave Sutton calendars, and handwritten notes. Looking back on this year, I am beyond grateful for our church and the ways that you pour out your lives and give sacrificially and join in what God is doing. This was just a small glimpse of everything that happened this year. I couldn't mention everything that you all are involved in, but I'm wishing you a very happy new year, and I'm grateful that we went through 2020 together.